Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So for today's meditative session, I saw the beach. I know it's like summer, so everyone's probably going to the beach now, but I saw specifically like a pier. And then it made me think of Cali. It made me think of like the Cali beaches for some reason. So I don't know if some of you guys are from California or you're traveling to California or like, I don't know, there's something about Cali. And then I started thinking of West Coast by Lana. So yeah, I don't know if some of you guys are traveling at this time or like wanting to travel somewhere. There's something here a little like, if you're from Cali, then this message could be for you, Cancer. Also, listen to West Coast by Lana Del Rey, and maybe there's like something in it for you. So yeah, Cancer, that's what I got for your meditative session. Let's pull some cards and see what we get. Okay, Cancer. I don't know if you're gonna like the reading I have for you guys, but I see this as you or someone else thinking of you. It doesn't matter. Pick your like positions in this like reading. I see someone here though looking at the past and looking at not like the good of someone, but only the bad. Like someone's like, it could just be someone's looking at the past, but because the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, I feel like someone's looking at the negatives, like looking at kind of what happened, like the situation, right? Like whatever past situation this was that like hurt this person, it's like they're choosing to look at the past, and I feel like they're looking at this person in a negative light, or like this is in the past where when they saw the situation, the only thing that they saw was like the negatives like of this person, right? And not the positives, I want to say. So there's something wrong about the way that you perceive the situation. There's something wrong about the way, like whoever's looking at this scar, there's something wrong about the way that they perceive this person. And why I'm getting that is because you have the masculine and feminine card in reverse with perception. It's like there's an imbalance to the way that you're thinking. There's something wrong about the way you're thinking. And I think like you can't move on from the cycle until you change like the way you think about this. With the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse, it's like a thought thing, right? It's swords, it's thinking, and there's something wrong about the perception of this person. And that's why, like, I think you've been in hangman mode for a really long time. I think you've been in a stagnant energy, possibly for whoever this reading is resonating with. You've been in a stagnant energy because of the way that you're thinking about a situation. Like the way that you're thinking about the situation, I think is a little bit biased. I want to say it's a little wrong. And that's what's leading to like this stagnancy, right? Like this hangman, right? This Eight of Wands in reverse. Like, do you see how this person has wings? They're free, like they can fly, they can go anywhere, but you have it in reverse. It's like it could be a lack of communication that's like causing this, but it could also just be like the way that you perceive the situation, right? The way that you perceive this is imbalanced. I have the imbalance card on top of it. So it's like the way that you perceive this situation hasn't been right. Like there's something wrong about your perception of the situation, and I think maybe you think it was imbalanced, right? Like you think that this situation was imbalanced, because I have two cards of like imbalance here. It's like I think you think that this relationship was imbalanced. Like what you're thinking about is how unbalanced this was. And I think that there's something here about like that you felt trapped, or like you, like they thought they, like there's something about being trapped here too. It's like there's some sort of perception that's not right, right? Like something here is not adding up. That's what I want to say. Like, there's something in your train of thought that, like, you know, when you want to convince yourself of somebody being a bad person, so like you want to convince yourself, like, I like justify what you do, right? Like, you want to justify what you do. So it's like, if I decided to take, let's just say, this train over that train, I'm like, well, this train's gonna get me to work 10 minutes earlier, right? So that's why I'm gonna get on this train. Like, there has to be a justification for, like, our actions. And I feel like your action here, whoever, maybe there's someone here who, like, this is like a past relationship, right? So maybe there's a breakup, and like the reason that you, like, the way that you perceive this relationship was not in, like, it's not in fact right. That's what I want to say. Like, whatever went down in this relationship, you're not perceiving it correctly. Yeah, okay, so Cancer, I want to say that whoever's doing this, like, justification in their head as to why, like, this, they see this person in reverse, it's like they think, like, whoever this person is thinks that they're right? Whoever this person is, do you see how they have, like, the wands in their hand with the light? It's like they think that they're leading the way in the correct path. And I don't know if that's you, Cancer, or if this is the energy you're connected to who thinks that they're right. But someone who thinks they're right, they think they're right, like they think they have somebody patted down, like, I don't know the word, it's like someone who give, like, a past relationship, a Six of Cups relationship, they thought of this person as like the High Priestess in reverse. They thought of this person as, it's two things. It's like all these reversals of these, like, feminine energies. It's like maybe this is the feminine energy that they perceive as, like, tricky, not right. But I see with the High Priestess in reverse also, like, the Sage is wrong, right? The Sage is not right about this High Priestess energy, or the Sage is not using their intuition properly. And that's why, about, like, a certain love situation, right? And I think that this person might think, like, this, like, they see this person in reverse for some reason. Maybe they think this person was, like, someone who's always out, someone who's always, like, partying, or someone who's, like, led them to a third party situation, or, like, whatever this person thinks about this person that was wrong. Like, this person who is doing the judging and is, like, is wrong about this other person that they were dealing with. And they don't know that they're wrong. So they think that they're the Sage, right? But I have the High Priestess in reverse. So it's like either way they're wrong. Either they're wrong about this person, or they're wrong in their judgment of this person. But, like, they don't have this person, they're wrong, right? They're wrong. And this way of thinking could have possibly led to imbalance in this person's life. Like, this perception of this person has led to some sort of imbalance in this person's life. And that's why here there's an Ace of Swords in reverse. Like, it could be like there needs to be some sort of communication, but what I really see this as being is, like, you're not letting, like, do you see that sword of truth? Like, I would say, like, it's like of truth, right? Like, that sword of perception. They don't want that sword to kind of fly. Like, they don't want all the deception to be, like, taken away. Like, I feel like maybe this person likes to sit in this energy of, like, blame, right? Like, let's play the blame game and I'll blame this other person for everything, right? Like, I'm not gonna take any of the guilt or any of the responsibility. I'm going to 100% just put it all on this other person. That's what I feel like is going on in this reading. It's like someone's perception is wrong. There's an imbalance created by, like, this perception, and this person would rather sit in this, like, energy of, like, it's their fault, it's not mine, than to actually, like, move forward, right? And move towards a new cycle. Like, I feel like there's, like, a stagnancy here again, like with this Eight of Wands in reverse. It's like this person, even if this person thought that they were right or wrong, like, it's not about like who's wrong or right. That's the whole point. It's like, have you been able to take the lesson that was from this problem, right? Like, whatever happened between these two people, it's like, can you take the knowledge, like, that was supposed to be, like, can you gain wisdom from the situation, right? And I do feel like for this person, there is some sort of wisdom coming in for them, because at the bottom of the deck, I have the Eight of Cups. So I feel like this person will learn to be like the opposite of this energy, right? Like instead of being stagnant and thinking that this person is like, this is the person's fault, like this was all their fault, like this has nothing to do with me, like kind of putting the blame on someone else, right? I feel like there is something that's going to change where they're going to become receptive to the energy that they're getting, their intuition, the energy, like the inner knowing that like maybe this person didn't have all the blame, right? Because like again, then I have wisdom with the 10 of Cups, right? The Counselor, like, and then I'm starting to get a lot of cup energy, but I have wisdom, which is what I'm talking about. It's like they're gonna know like that they're gonna know the truth in some sort of manner, because I have the wisdom card with this 8 of Cups. So I just feel like, yes, this person will learn, but I don't know what it is that's like gonna be like the catalyst for that knowledge, right? Okay. What's the catalyst for like them turning around and changing this completely like blame energy? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm blaming them for everything. I see this as it was like uneven. Like they're in hangman situation, right? And I feel like what takes this person out of hangman mode, right? Like what takes this person out of this blame, out of this like not getting their Ace of Swords, right? Not getting the truth, like not seeing the truth. It's like it could be there and it could be blatant, but it's like this person has to take some sort of responsibility for their own actions and they refuse to do that. So there's something coming in though that's gonna help them see. And like, do you see how we have the opposite here? Like where we had like an imbalance, we have a balance, we have someone working hard, we have the 4 of Wands, like a celebration, and the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like something's coming in to help aid this person in seeing, like in getting this wisdom. I was trying to clarify the wisdom card, like how does this wisdom come in? Like where does this person get this wisdom? And I think it has a lot to do maybe with like wanting to be stable, right? Like wanting some sort of stability in their life. Like maybe the only way for this person to gain like that sense of stability is to like intuitively understand something. And like for them to understand, it's like to take responsibility, right? To sit in their power. Like, yeah, taking responsibility is sitting in your power, because it's like you're not deflecting any of the like you're not deflecting things anymore. You're taking them and you're like acknowledging them and you're embracing them, and you're like, okay, this might have been really shitty, but like I understand why I did it, I get it, and I'm gonna move forward from it. Like there has to be some sort of acknowledgement, right? So that we can get the wisdom, so that we can continue on our path. And like that, this person has been avoiding it for such a long time that that's what's like creating this imbalance in their life, or this stagnancy, this hangman energy. But I feel like this person does come into like a realization, right? They do come into like some sort of wisdom, right? They do come into it, and it comes with like their intuition. It comes with like being receptive and open to spirit. But like at what time this happens, I don't know. Maybe this is happening like in the present, and this is like to let you know. But yeah, like I mean, I do see it like this person understanding, like I have a lot of Pentacles, so I feel like it has a lot to do with like maybe this Queen of Earth, right? Like I have a lot of Earth energy in these cards. It's like maybe they do get to understand, like they do come to some sort of understanding about this Queen of Earth and about like the type of relationship this was. And even if like this doesn't mean that these people are going to be together, it's like I understand that I understand that there was like a need for balance. I understand like my role in this. I'm like, I'm not gonna blame someone anymore, right? Or like see them in a negative light, like, or blame. I just feel like this is like someone just putting the blame on someone else, right? And not like taking any responsibility for their own part in like maybe the failure of a relationship, right? That's what it comes down to. It's like things ended with somebody, but why? Like I want to understand why. And it's like, well, it's all this person's fault. And it's like, no, like it has it's both people, right? Like there's a balance here, right? Like to support this, it needs 2 and 2, right? It doesn't need 2 and 1, it needs 2 and 2. And it's like it needs hard work, right? It needs like it has to be equal from both sides. And I feel like maybe there was some sort of imbalance in this relationship, but it wasn't all someone's fault. It like comes down to both people being at fault for why this ended, why this failed. And it happens, right? Like relationships end, but we're meant to learn something from it, and that's what this person's finally like going to do. They're gonna learn from this experience. So let's get some advice, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. I feel like I have the answer, because I was like asking, how does this person come into this wisdom, right? How does this person get into this wisdom? Like, I see all these cards of like maybe possible future things for them, but I didn't understand 100%. Like, I understood that they had to be open and receptive to spirit, but it's like, what was the catalyst, right, to like this receptivity, right? Like, how do they go from this energy? It's like, I just didn't get how they went from this energy to this energy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a completely different energy, and I wasn't getting it, and now I see what the energy, like what the answer is. Like, it's kind of cool. It's like, with Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. It's like the magic is working through this person, but like, how did this person get to, like, still, it's like, what's the answer, right? And I feel like both cards here are talking about, they have a message about creativity. And it's like the only way the magic is able to work through you is through like some creative outlet within, right? And with Saint Bridget, it was also speaking about creativity, and it was weird because I've never noticed that about these cards. Like, I've read them a million times, and I never remembered creativity as being like something like vital in them. But for this message, I feel like that is the answer to this. It's like, this person is able to become receptive by something creative. So I feel like this person, the message to you of like how you can get into this energy, if you are this other energy, is like, if you are this person, it's like by being creative. And to be creative, you have to be like, people take it for granted, right? Being creative, but like to create like works of art, to create music, you have to have like this inner like fire, right, that helps you with a new project, with a new endeavor. And I think the answer to this person on how they can like get to this receptivity and back to being like open, right, back to being receptive, not like stagnant, is to create. And when I say create, I mean like, if you have to write, right, like if you write something down, right, and you just do it free-mindedly, I want to say, like you don't think about it, you just write something down, right? If you create music and you just do what you feel, it's like getting in touch with your soul, right? Getting in touch with like within, who's within. Like, there's something here that's like blocked within you, and that's the reason that you can't like move on, or that's the reason like you're not listening to your intuition, and you're in this like stagnant energy. So I want to say like the way to get out of it is to be creative. Like, I think like writing, creating music, anything creative, like painting, like doing art, reading, like anything like you could think of that you like to do, that can help you get back in tune with like your intuition, right? With what like the inner guidance is, because a hurt on your past could have made you kind of close up, and you have to be back to being like open and receptive, right? And to receive like the downloads and all this energy coming at you that's positive. So the way to do that, I feel like, is to be creative. So yeah, Cancer, do something that you love doing that involves you using like part of your soul, right? Like put something like part of your soul, I mean like love, right? Like when people create music, right, like they're just singing like words that mean something to them, or like a melody that's like beautiful to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something here about using that, channeling it into something creative, and then like that will speak to you. Like, there's this is reminding me of like this one time this is like a long time ago. I felt like I had a lot of feelings and I wasn't really good at expressing them. I didn't really know like what my subconscious would say, so I would write. And then one day I was reading through my journal like years later, and I realized like the entire journal was just saying like one thing. I think like hundreds of pages saying the same thing in like different ways, and I couldn't. And at the time, I had no idea that I was saying that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then like I read my journal, I was like, oh my god, like I'm saying the same thing every single page. Like how did I not know this? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny. It's like it was there, like on paper, hundreds of times over and over and over again. And it's like I was just doing it mindlessly. So like I didn't really ever go back and read it. Like the point of it was just to get it out. But then I read it and I was like, wow, I really felt some sort of way, like to write the same thing over and over and over again. And I think that's what you'll find. Like the answer to this is like you'll find like in your creative work like a message to you, to your own soul, and then that's like the answer. So yeah, Cancer, I really hope this reading helps you. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.